So what's up? It's time for Raw review slash reaction. This is more in the reaction because there's a lot of stuff that happened on Raw. So one of the things that I actually wanted to talk about is the first thing that I saw was the Stephanie McMahon talking with the Roman Reigns, that actually practically telling a lot of things to Roman Reigns. And one of the funniest things that Stephanie McMahon slapped like freaking 10 times on the face of Roman, but the Roman Reigns kept his look, his anger look to Stephanie McMahon. And one of the funniest things that Vince McMahon will probably fire Roman. Well, yeah, that wouldn't be a new shit. So I don't know what the hell she have to tell about that, because everybody knows that one of the things that Vince McMahon loves to do is fire people. He loves to use those 3 words: "You're fired." So, going to the matches, practically what I saw first was the Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler match. The match was pretty great. I liked the match, but I didn't like the ending because Kevin Owens, after a whole shit that he went through with Dean Ambrose, he lost his championship. He came back. He came to the freaking ring and practically beat the living hell out of both of them. I don't know why, but still. And of course, I don't know what order these are because I watched them from YouTube. So next up, I see a little bit of the Adam Rose push. What the shit that is. I don't give a fuck. I don't actually care what he's talking about, so I skipped it actually. Next up, what I saw was Ryback and Swagger versus Rusev and Del Rio. What ended up actually that Rusev and Del Rio took the win from that. So that's that. Next up was the you can say ECW original segment that I watched. That was actually one of the things that I actually liked on the Raw today, because there was a lot of things that I actually didn't live on when I was watching them. I watched them like on January. I watched a lot of old ECW time, so I actually watched practically every single match that was practically, you can say, shown on that, because I actually like watching the old ECW more than this new stuff on WWE. So after that, they informed that they're going to be back to Extreme. They will bring that back, and they had an 8-man Extreme Rules tag team match. So it was actually pretty good, but of course the Wyatt family won that. Not liking that, but still. So maybe someday the ECW originals will beat the living crap out of the Wyatt family. Hopefully almost every single one of them comes back in one point, but we will see. And next up, what I actually saw was Neville versus Tyler Breeze. It was actually fun because Miz didn't do much. He was thinking like if a fucking director of the match. Fuck off, Miz. You don't do shit. You didn't do actually anything to Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan made his gimmick himself. You didn't do anything else but practically telling Daniel Bryan that he wasn't good enough to be in pro wrestling. So next up, what I saw was Becky Lynch and Charlotte with Ric Flair versus Brie Bella and Alicia Fox. The match was pretty good, but the ending wasn't actually good, because I don't know, did Becky Lynch know or did she not, but Ric Flair practically made Alisha the fall, so Becky Lynch was able to cash in that shit. So there's a lot of things about continuing the New Day extend an olive branch kind of segment. That's was a lot of bullshit. I heard anything else but bullshit from the New Day. But that's my thoughts on New Day's talk. They weren't practically apologizing what happened on the DLC, but at the ending, Usos and Lucha Dragons whooped their asses, put them down. Next thing what I saw was the Bo Dallas R-Truth match. Then Mr. McMahon coming to the ring. So that's that. He cancelled the Bo Dallas vs R-Truth. We don't know what happened. Who would win that match? But still, maybe someday. Then he decided to practically tell us a lot about Roman Reigns and how he would like to whoop his ass himself. Then Sheamus came in and he said, "Why don't you let me whoop his ass in a match? And why don't we put World Heavyweight Championship match and blah 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 blah." Bullshit. He talking a lot of bullshit that he would whoop Roman's ass. Then later on the segment, the Vince McMahon gave Roman Reigns his title match and then kicked him to the nuts. She can move, Vince. She can move. Then happened Then next up, what I'm actually gonna talk about was the match between Sheamus and Roman Reigns, the World Heavyweight Championship match. That was pretty much good match. I didn't actually like the part of that Vince McMahon have to get involved into the match and the League of Nations had to get involved into the match. But even anything else that happened on the match, League of Nations tried to beat living crap out of Roman Reigns. Sheamus did do that, and Vince tried to screw him over. But at the ending, Roman Reigns Superman punches Vince McMahon, then spears Sheamus and he won the match, and he's the new World Heavyweight Champion. And I'm actually gonna end in this, so leave a comment, like, subscribe for more, and we will celebrate Roman as a World Heavyweight Champion, and you can believe that.